Okay, so today we're going to discuss about Modern Math Paper 2. This is a past year paper for 2011. Okay, so let's have a look on the first question. Okay, so this one basically is the first question. Okay, in the first question over here, the question says the diagram in the answer space show the set P, set Q, and set R such that the universal set. Okay, universal set means everything, means P, Q, and R is everything, and they are union to each other. Alright, so on the diagram in the answer space, shade the set. Okay, so let's say for A, they want P intersect Q. So if P intersect Q, so it's very easy. You just shape wherever P and Q, they touch each other. So just like this, P intersect Q. Okay, nothing very special. Okay, for the second part, okay, you in a set topic, you have to do whatever inside the bracket one first. So that one will be Q complement union R. Okay, Q complement union R means what? First, you have to understand the complement means. Do you see a dot here? Do you see a dot? Dot here over here actually means outside of Q. Outside of Q. So if outside of Q, okay, this is Q. Okay, outside of Q, I'm going to use blue color. So outside of Q is all the part here. Whatever's outside of Q here, intersect with the question one outside of Q union R. Union R, that means you have to include everything of R. So for the top part, I'm going to erase it because there's no R. So now, the red color one is the whole shape region. Whenever you have union, you must including the whole thing. Like in this case, if union R, means you have to include the everything of R. So this is what you have. And the question one, outside of Q union R and intersect with P, then you have to find that part I shared just now, which part actually intersect with P. Okay, I think I did something wrong. Okay, let me just explain again, and let me just write the thing here. So basically, we have P intersect Q complement union R. Okay, we do Q complement first. So if Q complement means everything outside of Q, and the question, and it says union R means everything of R is included, and we shouldn't erase the top part. Means we have to include this part also because union R. And now the blue color one is exactly this thing. So the second thing is the whole thing over here need to intersect with P. So if want to intersect with P, I will shade the P here. So P means the whole thing, right? So if you ask me about intersect part, there's only the things on the top. So that means they only intersect here. So this one will be your final answer. So far so good? Can you understand it or not? Yes, right? So if yes, then I'm going to move on. Yeah, okay, let me just say it again. Let me just draw it out as well. So if you want to do the Q complement union R, this is all the area this is Q complement, everything outside of Q. Union R means you have to include this part. And then the whole thing here, the green color one intersect with P is only this area. Correct or not? So only the red color one will be your final answer. So why don't you use plotting number? Yes, I think some of the school actually teach the student like they're plotting the number, but I'm not sure about that methods. Yeah, maybe you can show me next time. Yeah, but as long as you can do this one, then I will move on to the next question. Okay? Okay, for this one is very easy, just simultaneous equation. So for simultaneous equation, normally what I will do is whenever I see the equation, I see the equation with a fraction, I do not like the equation like this. So what I will do is, you can find out this is 2 divided by 3, right? 2 over 3. So what I will do is, I will multiply 3 for the whole equation here. So you can see when this is 2 over 3, 2 over 3 multiply 3, what will happen? 3 and 3 I will simplify, right? So you will left a 2 only. So if I multiply 3 for the first one, I will left 2m. I multiply 3 for negative n is negative 3n. I multiply 3 for 2, you will get equals to 6. Okay? Then what I will do is I will copy down the second equation, go down. So m plus 3n equals to 12. And both also have 3n, then I will use the elimination methods. So in order to eliminate them, I cannot use minus. If I use minus, negative 3n minus 3n, you have negative 6n, which is you couldn't eliminate 3n. So I will change to plus. Imagine the first equation plus the second equation. So 2 plus 18, 2 plus 12, you will get 18. Negative 3m plus positive 3n, you get 0. 2m plus m, you have 3m. So 3m equals to 18, m equals to 6. Just 18 divided by 3. If you got m equals to 6, you can substitute into first equation. You can say sub into 1. Then you have m plus 3n equals to 12. Then what you do next is you move the 6 to the other side. It's just 12 minus 6, which is 6. So n equals to 6 over 3, which is 2. Done. Okay, this kind of simultaneous equation topic is very easy. I think all of you shouldn't have any problem for this. Okay, let's move on. If you have any question, please stop me. Yeah. Or you can just type anything on the text box, on the group chat there, and then I will check over there. Okay, solve the following quadratic equation. Okay, you just need to solve this one. First thing is, you have to multiply the 4x for the first one and the second one. You will get 4x squared plus 16x equals to 9 plus 16x. Then what I do next is basically I will group whatever things to one side. That means I will move the 16x to the other side. So I get 4x squared. 16x move to the other side is minus 16x, so you get 0. 9 move to the other side is minus 9 equals to 0. And then this is something you must pay attention. And then I understand something is 4 itself is a perfect square number because it is 2 square. 9 itself is a perfect square number also. 9 is 3 square. So, and then the middle one is minus. Then this scenario actually help me remember back one formula, which is whenever a square minus b square, mean both is square, and you have minus on the middle, you will get a plus b, and then a minus b. And then I guess this one is exactly this scenario because the 4x squared I can change to 2x squared minus 3 squared equals to 0. This is exactly a squared minus b squared, isn't it? So therefore, I will get something like this. So I will get one is plus, one is minus. So it's just 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3. Then I will get two answers. Then I will get 2x plus 3 equals to 0. X will equals to negative 3 over 2. Or 2x minus 3 equals to 0. X equals to 3 over 2. Yes, this is one of the methods if you can remember this one. Okay, now we go to second scenario. Let's say you don't know about this formula. How are you going to do if you don't know about this formula? Let me use green color to explain. So if I don't know about this formula, what I will do is I basically will move the negative 9 to the other side, become positive 9. And then I will move the 4 to the other side, become 9 over 4. Right. Then I will move the square to the other side, it will become square root 9 over 4. But over here, you must be very careful about square root. Whenever square becomes square root, always add the positive negative for it. And then you use the calculator, square root 3 over 9, basically you will get positive negative 3 over 2. Because square root 9 you get 3, square root 4 you get 2. So therefore you have two answers, x which is 3 over 2, or x equals to negative 3 over 2. I mean both of these methods will give you the same answer, isn't it? You find out all the answer is the same. Yeah, just depend which method you prefer. But you as a SPM student, I hope at least you can understand about this method because it's very useful. Okay. No problem, right? If no problem, I'm going to move on to the next question. If any problem, please let me know. Okay. This is the plan, and normally ask you to find angle. Alright, so diagram 4 show the right prism with the rectangular base EFGH on the horizontal plane. Okay, so trapezium FGML. Okay, that's mean both of these trapezium is the same, means the trapezium here and the trapezium here is exactly the same because the question say, yeah, uniform cross section of prism. Whenever prism mean you have two identical area, so name the angle between JEM and JHGM. Okay, for this kind of question, there's few ways you can do. The first thing you can do over here is basically you can use the elimination method, which I taught in my video also. So first thing is what you do is you slash the thing you both also have in common. So J and M, I'm going to cancel out J and M, and then the three alphabet here I left E, then I write the E down. Okay, then from J and M, I have to determine which one is nearer to E. Is J is nearer to E or M is nearer to E? Obviously it's J, right? So then I write the J here. Okay, then from these two, I haven't cancelled out one, H and G. H and G, which one is nearer to E? Is H is nearer to E or G is nearer to E? Obviously H, right? So this one is the angle in between. Okay, you can use the called elimination method. Yeah, this method actually like a lot of reference book also have. So the first thing is this method can only use when you have a plan with 3 letters, like this one is 3 letters and this one is 4 letters. Okay, and then you want to use this method must be 3 and 4 and cannot have the midpoint on it. If you have the midpoint, you cannot use that. So how if there's only one same? Yeah, if there's only one same, you cannot use this method. You want to use this method, yeah, you must make sure you have 3 letters and 4 letters and you have both letters is the same. So can I unfold the method? Can I use unfold method? I'm not sure which unfold method you are mentioned. So can I use the shading method? Yeah, you can use any method as long as you get the same answer. You can use any method you like. Okay. Normally, if I do not want to use this method, I will use another method. I'm going to show you another method I use. Okay. Normally what I do is, since this is triangle, right? Normally I will make it become rectangle. Means I will shade the part it haven't shade. Supposedly, it should shade the whole thing. Okay, so you can see you have a prism and you have one whole plane here. So now the question asks about this plane and JHGM. Where is JHGM? JHGM will be the JH. Will be this plane, right? JHGM is a plane at the back here. So the plane and the middle and the plane at the intersect with the plane on the back here. The angle in between will be this one. Will be E, J, and H. Do you see E, J, and H? Yeah, you can use other method also as long as you get E, J, and H. So you try to use the method you learn it yourself. See whether you can get the same angle with mine or not. If you couldn't get the same angle, you just let me know. If yes, then we will move on to the second part, which is the question asks you to calculate the angle. So since about G, H, and E, J, and H, so I'm going to draw out this triangle. So the triangle actually will look like this. and it's 90 degree. This is J, this is E, and this is H. From H to J, here is 8 centimeter. From E to H, over here with 5 centimeter. So now, I want to find about this angle. So I will use tangent. So I will say tangent delta. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, 5 over 8. And then I move the tangent to the other side, 5 over 8. And then I'll use the calculator to solve this one. So I will say shift tangent 5 over 8. And then, oh my god, my calculator in radian. Let me just do it again. So you will get 32 degree. Are you getting this? Are you getting this answer or not? Okay, if yes, I will move on. Okay, good. Okay, this is mathematical reasoning. This topic should be quite easy. Okay, so the first thing is write a compound statement by the combining the two statements given below using the word or. So you just write, means you copy the first sentence and then include the second sentence with the word or. So you say 39 is a multiply of 9 or 39 is an odd number. Of course, you have to copy the first sentence. Over here, I just shortcut. So you have to copy this one also. You have to write it by yourself. You say 39 is a multiply of 9 or 39 is an odd number. Okay? Then I think you will get only 1 mark for this. The second part, state whether the compound statement is true or false. So 39 obviously is not the multiply of 9, because if you learn about 9, you will get 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. You won't get 39. So this is wrong. And 39 is an odd number. This is correct. When one wrong, one correct, you have to check. The thing on the middle is or and. If or, that means this statement is correct. So it's true. Because whenever it is or, you can be either one correct, consider correct. But if this is and, you must be both correct, then only consider correct. Alright, so the answer is true. That's all. I think 1 mark for here, 1 mark for here only. It's very easy. So what if the number like 34, how can we determine whether the number is odd or even? Okay, if 34, normally we determine, not normally, we determine is it odd number or even number based on the last digits. If this is 4, 4 is an even number, right? So the whole number is even. Even you got 992. The last number over here, this is odd, this is even number, right? So this is even. If you have 991, the last digit is the odd number, right? So this one is the odd number. Do I answer your question, Sean? Should be okay, right? This is very easy to understand. Okay. Then for part B, write down previous 2 to complete the following argument. Okay, for the previous one, if x power n plus 4 is a quadratic expression, then n equals to 2. Okay, so now the question say the conclusion. You don't have the premise 2. Conclusion: x power n plus 4 is not the quadratic equation. So if this one is not, then I know n is not equals to 2. Yeah, just like this. I think it's only 1 mark. Very easy. Write down 2 implications based on the following statement. Okay, a number is a prime number if and only if if and only if it is only divisible by 1 and itself. So if you have this kind of case, if and only if, remember something, you always need to do if something something, then something something. Yeah, this is how you do this kind of question. So I will write if a number is a prime number, then it is divisible by 1 in and itself. And itself. Then you have to write the other one, which is flip over. This one is the first one. Then you write the other one. If if is only divisible by 1 and itself, then it's its prime number. Very easy. Okay, you just remember the if then methods. Alright. Yeah, this one I think every one of you can do. Let's move on to straight line. Okay, in the diagram 6, PQRS is a trapezium on the Cartesian plan. This is Cartesian plan whenever you have x and y. Okay, and PQ is parallel to RS, and O is the origin. Okay, the equation PQ is 3y equals to kx plus 5, and the equation of SR is basically y equals to half x plus 1. Alright, everything is written on the diagram. Find the value of k. Since both of these is the parallel, so they must have the same gradient. In order to determine the gradient, you must use y equals to mx plus c. Alright, when I say about this formula, something you need to pay attention is y equals to mx plus c, isn't it? You must always make sure the y as a subject. That means you cannot have 3y or negative y or 2y. You must be only y here. So this one doesn't obey this rule. So what you need to do is you have to change this one into y equals to mx plus c. So I will move the 3 to the other side. So y basically equals to k over 3x plus 5 over 3. That means I divided 3 for every single one. I divide 3 here, divide 3 here, divide 3 here. And 3 and 3 I simplify, I left y. Then this is k over 3x, and then this is 5 over 3. Alright. Then what I do next is, since I know they are parallel, okay, since PQ is parallel with SR, then I know they should have the same gradient. That means the k over 3 need to equals to 1 over 2. Then we say k over 3 equals to 1 over 2. Then k is just equals to 3 over 2. I think this one you will get 2 to 3 marks for this part. And then the question asks you to find the x-intercept of PQ. So find the x-intercept of PQ is very easy. So after you get the k, you can substitute the k back into this equation above. So if I substitute the equation back into here, I will have 3y equals to 3 over 2x plus 5. Okay, now the question asks about x-intercept. I say whenever you want to find x-intercept, let y equals to 0. If you want to find y-intercept, let x equals to 0. Alright, so yeah, now you make y equal to 0. 3, 0 equals to 3 over 2x plus 5. Then you just solve this equation. 3 multiplied 0 is 0. So 5 you move to the other side is negative 5 equals to 3 over 2x. Then x will equals to negative 10 over 3. Okay, it's very simple. So far so good. So if the question asks us to find the coordinate, how can we solve it? Okay, if the question asks you to find the coordinates, depend what coordinate the question want to find. If the question asks you to find a coordinate, let's say the question asks you to find a coordinate on SR, and let's say this coordinate, the question actually gives you the coordinate of this one is 2y. And then the question asks you to find, don't use the y lah, I mean 2k. Okay, the question asks you to find the value of k. Whenever the coordinate is on the line, means you can use this equation. This is x, this is y, right? Substitute your x into the x, substitute your y into the y. So what I'm trying to say is, let's say I'm using this equation. So let's say I substitute my y is k. I will say k equals to half. My x is 2. 2 plus 1. So k, half multiplied this one is 1 plus 1. My k equals to 2. This is how I find the value of k. The question won't simply ask you to find one coordinate. If the question really do so, but the one is not in modern math lah. It asks me, of course I know how to find coordinate. Let's say you have one equation like this, the other equation like this. So yeah, let's say I call this one one equation I call L1, and you have another equation for this one, I will do L2. You want to find the intersection point, you just substitute the first equation into the second equation. Mean you substitute the y into the y, and then you do simultaneous. And then at the end you will get an x value, then you substitute it back, you can get a y value. But so far I don't think this kind of question will coming out in modern math, so you don't need to worry so much. Okay, for this one, the question asks you to calculate the height of cuboid. So basically the question asks you to find about this height. Alright, so obviously you can see this one is half of the cylinder is given. So the formula for cylinder, the volume for cylinder is pi r square h. Since this is half, so the volume in this case you have to add a half for it because it's not the whole cylinder. You have to add a 1/2 into it. And the question says the volume of the solid, mean the whole thing itself is 483. So what I will do is, I will find the volume of cuboid. Okay, volume of cuboid in this case, volume of cuboid is just 7 multiply 12 and then multiply with height. Height I'm going to write h. And then volume for cylinder here I will just do half pi, my r here, this is my radius, isn't it? This is my radius, isn't it? You can find out my radius actually is half of 7, isn't it? Because whole 7 is the diameter. Whole 7 is the diameter, so this one is just half of it. Okay, so yeah, so what I will do is, this is half pi r square. My r is 7/2 square h. My length over here will be 12. Okay, so yeah, you just plus both together and it equals to 483. Of course, I will simplify it first lah. Okay, this one is basically pi. The question say use 22/7, so I will use 22/7 for pi. Multiply 22/7. Okay, so in this case, this is half and 12. I will simplify, left 6. And then this is 22/7. This is 7 square over 4. Because I square both. Because why I live in the 7 square? Because I can simplify with 7. And why I live in 4? Because I can simplify with this one. It's 11/2. And then this one I simplified, still has 6 here, isn't it? So this one, basically, I will get 2 and 6. I simplify again, is 3. This is 33. Alright, you just simplify it yourself. And then this one should be 84h. So therefore, I will say, because of this one, I will say 33 plus 84h equals to 483. And then I will say 84h will equals to 450. I just minus 33. Then h should equals to 5, isn't it? 450 divided by 84. Oops, it's not. I think I do something wrong then. Okay. This is half pi r square h. R is 7/2. This one is 11. 11/7. 7 and 7. Oh, 11. Oh, sorry. Here 11 I forget to multiply with the 7. So this one is 11 multiplies. This is 11 multiply 7 multiply 3. This is 231. So this is 231 plus this one. Yeah, so I will redo it. This is 483 minus 231. So h will equals to the answer divided by 84. Isn't it? 483 minus 231 divided. Okay, so I will get 483 minus 231. I'll get 252. And then divided by 84, I will get 3. So the height of the cuboid will be 3 centimeter. So far so good. Is there anything you want to ask? So what is the meaning of the cross-section area? Okay, cross-section area means both areas must be the same. So for example, if I have something like this, this one we will call it prism, And the cross-section area means the triangle here and the triangle here need to be exactly the same. Then then the question will say, is this cross-section area? And then yeah, actually cross-section area actually is mean prism. But it's not necessarily means, yeah, you can say it means right prism. If you have cross-section area, it means right prism. You are right. Okay, anything you want to ask before I move on? Which one? You mean you do not understand how to find the half of the cylinder? Okay, so let's do it again. So in order to find the half of the cylinder formula is pi r square h. Okay, first thing is, yeah, you have to find the r. R is from the center point. You go to anywhere, isn't it? We call it r. So obviously we know r is half of the 7. So in this case, r, I will going to call it 7/2. Or you can call it 3.5 lah. Just make your life easier. So this cylinder, the question says is half cylinder, right? So therefore I will multiply half for my cylinder, which is pi is 22/7. R is 3.5 square h. My height over here is 12. And then you use the calculator. You use the calculator to solve this one. Calculator should tell you the answer is 231 centimeter square. 8 centimeter cube, sorry. Because this is volume. Okay, if like this, I think it's easier. No need to simplify. Okay? Okay, good. Then I move on to number 8. Okay, this is metric topics. It's given that the m, m multiply this metric equals to 1, 0, 0, 1, where m is a 2 times 2 matrix. So this thing you have to first thing you have to understand what is 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1 in metric is mean identity matrix. Okay, identity matrix is mean I. So if A multiply B equals to I, so we know one of it must be equals to the other inverse. So in this case, maybe B equals to A inverse. Because in order to get I, A must multiply with A inverse. Then you can get I. B inverse must multiply with B, then you can get I. Okay, so M multiply with M inverse if you want to get I. Okay, so whenever you see 1, 0, 0, 1 in this case, you know M basically is the inverse of 3, 2, 6, 5. Alright, so what I will do here is, I will say M equals to 1 over AD minus BC. AD, so 3, 2, 6, 5 over here. This is your A, this is your B, this is your C, this is your D. Fixed already one. So the inverse formula, let's say A inverse, the formula is 1 over AD minus BC, mean A multiply D minus B multiply C. And then this is DA, negative B, negative A. Okay? Yeah, I hope I do answer your question. Okay, so then I come back to this one. So 1 over AD means 3 multiply 5 is 15. Minus BC, 2 multiply 6, which is 12. And then 3 and 5, you have to flip over. Not flip over, means you have sort place. So 5, 3. 2 and 6, you have to add a negative. So it's negative 2, negative 6. This is how we do inverse. So this is 1 over 3. And then this one is just remain. Alright, then the question asks you to find M. So basically what you need to do is multiply 1 over 3 into it. That's all. So this is 5 over 3 minus 2 over 3 minus 2, 1. Okay, this is M. Done. Okay, this one just to test whether you can understand about this equation or not. If you can understand about this equation, the part A seems very easy. And then the part B, the question trying to ask you to write the following simultaneous equation using the matrix equation. So that means you have to solve this one in the metric form. Means you cannot straight away do. Okay, so in order to do this one in the metric form, so what I will always check is, this is 3, 2, 6, 5. I must see the 3, 2, 6, 5 inside here. Do you find out I have 3, I have 2, I have 6, and I have 5? Exactly, this is 3, 2, 6, 5. So what I will do is, I will change this one into the metric pattern. It must be 2 times 2 matrix, and then this one is 2 times 1 equals to 2 times 1. This one fixed already one. You can just remember this one. And then for the 2 times 2 one, I will just write down the coefficient x and y, which is 3, 6, 2, 5. And then the 2 multiply 1, the matrix I will copy from here. It's x first, then only y. So I write x on the top, y at the bottom. And this one is 3, 9. Okay, it's very simple. And then what I will do next is, I will move this matrix to the other side. And the matrix must be in front of this matrix, and it will become inverse. And we already have the inverse. The inverse is actually this one. Okay, but in this case, yeah, you can use this one, or normally I prefer to use this one, because this one has fraction. I just do not like fraction. Okay, so let's have a look over here. So let's say I have xy. I move the 3, 2, 6, 5 to the other side. It will become inverse. So I copy my inverse on the top, come down, and then 3, 9 I will write here. So you can find out the 3, 9 is exactly here. So what I will do is, I'm moving this matrix to the other side, but this matrix must be in front of my 3, 9. This is exactly what I mean by in front. Okay, then what I do next is, I solve it. 1 over 3, I will leave it here. And then when I solve it, I will use horizontal multiply vertical. Because when multiply, it's like this. A multiply with A, and then B multiply with B only. So A will multiply with A, B will multiply with B. Okay, you never use A multiply 2 times. Alright, so what I will do is, 5 I will multiply with 3, I get 15. Plus, negative 2 I multiply with 9 is negative 18. And then for the second one, I will do the same thing also. First one multiply with first one, second one multiply with second one. So this one will be 6 multiplied with 3, I get 18. And then 3 multiplied with 9, I get 27. Okay, then I will just solve this one. So this one basically will give me negative 3. And this one will give me a very big number here, which is 45. And then I multiply my 1 over 3 into both. Then I get negative 1 and 15. Done. Okay, so far so good. So how about the questions that give height of the pyramid? That we need to use a2 plus a square plus b square equals c square. Yes. Sometimes if the question asks about, I think you asked about the last question, isn't it? Yeah, sometimes you will need to use the Pythagoras formula, a square plus b square equals c square. But it's very depend on the question. Yeah, if you suddenly ask me about this question, I do not know how to explain to you. Maybe you can show me the question, then I can explain to you better. Okay, I think we still have a lot of questions, but let's break for 1 minute. I'm going to drink some water. Yes, so far so good. Is there anything else you want to ask me before I move on? Yeah, I'm not sure where is another 3 more students. Yeah, I hope they can actually see it. Maybe they are not free. I'm not sure. You didn't get the same answer. So let's have a look again. Maybe I do something wrong. Okay. Oh, I forget about one of the negative. My bad. Yeah, because over here, this one should be negative 6. not positive 6. So yeah, I think I got something wrong here. Yeah, because this one is negative 6. So this is negative 18. So negative 18, this one actually will give me 9. So when I simplify here, I should be able to get negative 1 and 3. Is that your answer? Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't see the negative 6 there carefully. Yeah, thanks for remind. Okay, let's move on to number 9. Okay, this is circle 2. This one should be quite simple. Okay, so PMQL is a semicircle. Or PMQL is this thing. Okay, it's a sector of a circle center at P, obviously, and OPRQ is a semicircle with a center O. Alright, so MP equals to 14 centimeter using the pi 22/7. Okay, find the parameter of the whole shaded region. So first thing is I need to find the shaded region. I must get all the length here. So whenever the question say about shaded region, I think the question say about this part plus this part plus this part plus this part plus this part. Okay, this is all the part I shade in the green color one is the shaded region. Okay, so if you understand that, then it's good. Then we will find one by one. The first thing is I will find the arc length here first. I mean MQL, or the more accurate one, I will write arc MQL. So this one is quite simple to find. First thing, you must know the angle inside here. This angle basically is 360 minus 150, isn't it? So you will get 210. So this is 210. So in order to find this arc length is 210 divided by 360 multiplied 2 pi r. My r over here is given, MP is 14, so it's 14. Then definitely you will use calculator to do it. So let me use 210 divided by 360 multiply 22/7, and then multiply 14. Yeah, I guess you will get 154/3 centimeter. If I didn't do anything wrong, if you find out some wrong, just let me know. Okay, then what I do next is I know MP is 14. This is 14. Yeah, simple. And then this one is a 14, right? So for this small semicircle here, the radius basically is 7, because the whole thing is double 7, right? Because it's 14 what? So this one PQ basically is the radius 14 also. So I just divide 2. Then I get this one equals to 7. So now I want to find the arc length of PRQ. PRQ. Now I'm finding this arc length PRQ. Okay? So it's simple. Half is just 180 over 360. Or you can use 1/2 because this one simplified is 1/2 also. I multiply 2 pi r. R is 7. And then this one you just simplify. 1/2 multiply 2 multiply 22/7 and multiply 7. And then you will get 22 centimeter. Alright, then now I can do parameter already. My parameter equals to 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus the big one, I mean the arc MQL, which is 154/3, plus the small one is 7 and 7 plus 7 plus the arc length here. This is 22. You just join all the answer together. Maybe you can write a centimeter here for length. 14 plus 14 plus 154/3 plus 7 plus 7 plus 22. So yeah, I guess you will get the answer 115.33 centimeter. Is my answer correct? When do we need to use the 2 pi r square? Okay, 2 pi r square basically if you want to find the area of cylinder. Okay, because area for cylinder, if you ask about 2 pi r square, when do you use 2 pi r square, right? Because area for cylinder is basically 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. So yeah, you will see the 2 pi r square here. But 2 pi r square because of what? Because one of the area here is pi r square. The other area here is another circle, right? Pi r square. And then pi r square plus pi r square, so therefore you get 2 pi r square. But then in circle topic, I don't think you will get 2 pi r square. Yeah, I hope I do answer your question. Okay, then if you understand, then we go to, okay, sir, I thought parameter question is that we should calculate the outside only. But why sir calculates the RPRQ? Okay, perimeter, I think perimeter of the shaded region is not only outside, unless in this case, the inside is covered. Because when I say perimeter for this case, oops, why I couldn't erase this one? Okay, let me use the eraser. Some technical problem here again. Yeah, it just doesn't let me erase. I'm not sure why. Maybe I can use my mouse. Okay, let me just reopen my OneNote. Okay. It's not OneDrive. I want to open is OneNote. No wonder. Okay. Okay, let me share the screen again. Okay, you can see, right? Okay, so maybe first thing is I make the view into the full screen. Oops, what happened here? Okay, so okay, let's come back to this one. Okay, if this part, the inside one, the shade also, then the parameter is not covered by this one. If not the parameter, you have to calculate it, calculate the arc length for P, R, and Q. For example, if you have a shape like this. Okay, and this is shaded region. And then I ask you to find the parameter of this shaded region. Definitely, what you do is you will find the parameter for this one plus the parameter of this one. Parameter is not always mean outside only. It mean everything covered by the shaded region. Okay, means all the line cover the shaded region is the parameter. Can you understand? I mean, Sean? Means, okay, you see the shaded region here. The shaded region over here actually covered by this line, this line, this line, and all the line here. So all this actually means perimeter. You cannot say it's only outside unless the inside part actually shaded also. Yeah, then only you can say that. Right? If okay, then let's move on to number 8. Okay, the second part, part B, asks you to find the area of the shaded region. So what I will do is, I will find a big sector. I will find a big sector like this. I mean the whole sector minus the semicircle inside. I will minus the semicircle inside, then I can get a shaded area. So basically, I will find a big sector and a small sector. Okay, so yeah, the big sector we know this is 210 over 360 multiply pi r square. Pi is 22 over 7, r is 14 square, minus the semicircle, which you can call it 1 over 2, pi, r is 7 square. So this is shaded region. So you just use the calculator. You should be able to get the answer very fast. So let me just do 210 over 360 multiply 22 over 7 multiply 14 square minus 1 over 2 multiply 22 over 7 multiply 7 square. So you should be able to get the answer is 282.33 centimeter square. Alright. So far so good. So it's supposed to be 153 over 3, not 154 over 3. No, right. Then I guess I'm correct. If you find any mistake, please let me know. Okay, so this part, before I move on, any question? Okay, no, then I will move on to probability. Okay. Table 10, show the names of the participants from the Science Society and Math Society attending a camping program. So here, this is a girl, this is a boy and girl, boy over here and girl over here. Okay, 2 participants are required to give the speech at the end of the program. So a participant is chosen at a random. So now you need to choose 2 participants. This is something very important. Okay, a participant chosen from Mathematics Society and a participant, one participant chosen from Mathematics, and then another participant chosen from Mathematics. So that means both also choose from Mathematics. So now the question asks you to list all the possible outcomes. This one should be quite simple. If both also from Mathematics Society. So if I want to do this one, yeah, I can let Kuma equals to K because I want to save time. And then I let Rose equals to R. And then I let Suji equals to S. And then I let Lina equals to L. Okay, that means now I will choose from here, Math Society. Alright, and then does the question say one must be boy and one must be girl? No, right? Okay, if the question doesn't say that, then that means you have to write out all the possibility. So I will say sample space, write the full form lah. Okay, so I will say sample space equals to, so first thing I will start with the K first. So K will together with R and then comma, or you no need to write comma, you can straight away write KR, comma, and then I will say KS, comma, and then I will say KL. Okay, then I will start with R. Then this is R, RK, and then this is R, RS, and RL. And then if I start with the S, this is SK, SR, SL. And then I will start with L, this is LK, and then you have LR, and you have LS. Okay, however, if you write until like this already, something you must pay attention because this is human. So the question says they must choose two participants to give the speech, isn't it? So if I choose S and L, if I choose S and L, and the other person choose L and S, is it the same person? If this is the same person, then you have to cancel out whatever SL and LS. You have to cancel one of it. Okay. However, if the question will say ask the first person to give speech first, and then the second person will give speech after that, then SL and LS is not the same. Okay, this is a very big difference. But in this case, let me see the question say which one gives first. A participant is chosen at random for Mathematics, and then another participant is chosen at random for Mathematics Society also. So in this case, if the question doesn't say that, whatever repeat, you have to cancel one of it. So SL and LS is the same, I will cancel one of it. LR and RL have already, I will cancel one of it. LK and KL is the same, I cancel one of it. Okay, SR and RS is the same, I cancel one of it. SK and KS is the same, I cancel one of it. And RL, do I have any RL here? Yeah, if no, I think this is your final answer. You only have 7 sample space here. Yeah, I hope I'm correct. I think if you list out all the possible outcomes, it should be 2 marks for you. So far, can you understand about this one? Okay, if you can understand, then we will move on to the second part. But before move on to the second part, I just want to double confirm if my answer is correct or not, because I just worry actually I give student the wrong answer. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. Okay, so over here you should know your number of sample space here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, inside the 7 here, you have to make sure there's no repeat here. KR, KS, KL, RK, RS, RL, and SL. Yeah, so it's 7. Okay, after you list out already, hence find the probability that a boy and a girl is children. Okay, if a boy and a girl is children, you need to find a probability, right? So in order to choose the boy, the probability a boy and a girl is children, in order to choose the boy over the society here, in order to choose Kuma is basically 1 over 4. Okay, yeah, you want to choose a boy and a girl, right? So that means, okay, you can actually check from the list you have here. Okay, means Kuma must be there. Okay, so I will circle those have Kuma one. I have 1, 2, 3, and then must have Kuma 4. So total is 7. You have 4 with a Kuma with another girl, isn't it? So which is 4 over 7. It's very simple. So this one, you just write the answer, 4 over 7. Okay. Then, for part B, a participant a participant is chosen at random from the boy group, and then another participant is chosen random from the girl group. Okay, now it's a bit different because they choose from the boy group and then choose from the girl groups. Okay, it's a little bit different. List all the possible outcome. Okay, so that means from the boy group here they choose one, and then from the girl group there they choose another one. So in order to do the possible outcome, this one is a lot. Okay, for sample space. So I'm going to use the first alphabet of them, alright? Then, okay, so let's say I use A, Ali, then I can mix with any four of them, isn't it? So it can be, let me ignore about comma, AN, and then it can be AR, and then it can be AS, and then it can be AL. Comma, comma, comma. Okay, if the first person is B, then it's same thing, BN, BR, BS, and BL. And then if the next one, I start with Kuma K, so it'll be KN, then can be KR, then can be KS, then can be KL. I think this is all the possible outcome. You have 12. So number of sample space is 12. Alright. Then for the second part, hence find the probability that both participant children are from the science society. They want both from the science society. So in order to be in science society, the girl need to be Nora. Okay, because the other three girl is not from the science society. So that means N must be there. So N must be there. You only have 3 choices here, isn't it? Only 3 of it have N out of 12. So probability is 3 over 12. So probability for this one is 3 over 12. Of course, you have to simplify it, become 1 over 4. Yeah, this is the answer. Okay, so do the question ask you to list also, find a probability at both from the science society. Yeah, or you can write something like probability for both in science society. Because this is paper 2, you have to write more. Society. Then close bracket, then write something like this. Alright. So far so good. So RK is similar to KR, right? But why circle it? RK. Oh, RK and KR. Yes. No wonder I find it 7 is a bit weird. Yes. If RK and KR is the same, you have to cancel one of it. Yes. So you only have 6 here. Therefore, this is 4 over 6. So the answer should be 2 over 3. Yeah, this one make a lot of sense. Because just now I keep on double check why I get 7. Yeah, should be 6. Thanks for it, Sean. Okay, any more problem? If no, we're going to move on to 11. Yeah, I think this 11 we discussed last week, isn't it? But it's okay, so let's discuss it one more time. Yeah, just a quick one since we discussed last week already. Okay, so diagram 11 shows the speed time graph of the movement of 2 particles P and Q of the T periods. So MA represents P, M to A, so this one is P and the other one is Q. Alright, so both particles start at the same time and move along the same road. Okay, state the uniform speed. So the uniform speed of Q uniform speed means must be constant, right? So uniform speed happens from B to C here. From B to C here. So you find out the uniform speed is 18. Because I check it out, it's 18 meters per second. Very easy. Okay, 1 mark only. Whenever the question asks about state, you just need to write. Write without any working. Calculate the rate of change. Whenever you see the rate of change of speed, it actually means gradient. So that means they want a gradient for first 5 seconds for particle Q. So I ignore about P first because now they say about Q. So first 5 seconds, that means they ask for this gradient. Okay, in order to find gradient, normally I will take two coordinates. I will take this coordinate and this coordinate. This coordinate basically is 5, 18, and the other coordinate is 0, 0. Then in order to find the gradient, I will say rate of change of speed. Then I use the gradient formula, 18 minus 0 over 5 minus 0. So you will get 3.2 meter per second square. Okay, this is how we find the gradient. Okay, then for part C, at t second, the difference between the distance traveled by P and Q is 27, because this is speed time graph. So for speed time graph, in order to find the distance, is the area. In speed time graph, distance is equals to area. Okay, so the question says their difference of their distance basically is 27. So what I will do is, I understand I will have a trapezium here. For particle Q is a trapezium, for particle P is a triangle. Do you see? Q basically the area is the trapezium, and P the area basically is a triangle. So in order to find the 27, this is their difference what? The difference here is 27 meter. So in order to find the difference, I will use the area of trapezium minus the area of triangle. That's all. So what I will do over here will be like this. So in order to find the trapezium, I will say half of course you have to know trapezium formula is half A plus B multiply height. A and B is two parallel lines. Okay, so half, one of the parallel line is T, the other, this one is T minus 5, isn't it? Plus T minus 5. Multiply the height. This is the height, 18. Minus triangle. Triangle, which is half, multiply the base is T, multiply the height is 18, and then equals to 27. Because the question say their difference is 27, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, the difference is 27. So I will say the bigger one minus the smaller one, then I will get 27. So over here, I will need to solve the thing out. So half and 18 I simplified, left 9. This is 2t minus 5 multiply 9. Half and 18 I simplified, left 9 also, minus 9t equals to 27. So this one is 18t minus 45 minus 9t equals to 27. So 9t, because I minus this one, I will get plus 45. 27 plus 45, you will get 72. So t is just equals to 8. 72 divided by 9. Alright, it's very easy. It's 3.6. The acceleration, because just now I didn't actually use the calculator. 18 divided by 5. Yeah, it's 3.6. You are right. I just guessed the value. Yeah, it's 3.6. Thanks for that. Okay, any question? If no more, finally we go to the section B. Yeah, I think the section B, I will skip one question, which is the planned one, because it's quite hard for me to draw it here, but I will try to explain here as well, even I skip it. Okay, start from the first one. Complete the table 12 in the answer space. For the equation y equals to negative x cubed plus 3x plus 1 by writing down the values of y when x equals to negative 2 and x equals to 0. Okay, so let's do about A first. I think A is just complete the table, isn't it? Yeah, they asked about this table and this table. So just substitute into the equation. So if this one is negative 2, you got negative 2 cubed plus 3 negative 2 plus 1. So this one is basically quite simple. This one is 8 minus 6 plus 1. You should get 3. So this is 3. This is 0, even easier. This is 1. 0, 0, 1. Alright. Then you solve both of this. Then let's move on to the second part. Part B. For this part of equation, use the graph paper provided on the page 25. You may use the flexible curve ruler. Yeah, you can use the curve ruler if you have. If not, yeah, you must pay attention on the skew. 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the x and 2 centimeters 10 units on the y. Okay, this is something very important. And then graph want you from -3 to 4. Why the graph actually want you from -51 to 19. Alright, so therefore, this is what I will do here. Okay, yeah, the skew just now I kind of forget. Let me just see it again. Okay, -3 to 4, okay, easy. 51 to 19. -51 to 19 for y. Okay, then I will estimate -3 to 4, so should be here. So I will say this is -51, right? So I start from -60, -50, -40, and then this is -30, -20, -10, this is 0. Okay, then is there any app for me to draw the straight line over here? Yeah, I hope I can draw the straight line. Yeah, from 0 here, I draw a line. Oops. If I draw a line, I have to use the mouse, I guess. Okay. I think no need so thick. Just like this should be good. And then I will draw my y-axis. But why my line looks so weird? Okay, let me see. Change it to 1. The line color is black. It's good. Shape format. Okay, just ignore the ugly line. Okay, then I will draw my y-axis as well. Okay, let's see how to actually adjust the thing. The mouse doesn't seem okay. Oh, okay. Then can I actually make it longer? Yes, I can. Okay, just now it says from until 19, right? So should be okay. Here can be 10, can be 20. Yeah, I fulfill the condition from -51 to 19. And then the second one is -3 to 4. So for -3 to 4, so this is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is x-axis. I can write 30 lah, just make it look nicer a bit. And this is y-axis. Alright, then after you've done this one, so what you do next is you're going to plot the thing. Yeah, the first one is, okay, let's plot it together since I'm teaching you this one. -3, 19. Okay, -3 is positive 19. I think it's somewhere here. Of course, because I'm not using the pencil. If I use a pencil, it will be very accurate. -2, it will be 3. -2, it will be 3. It's somewhere here. And then -1 is -1. -1, it will be -1 is somewhere here. Okay, and then the next one, 0, 1, and 1, 3. 0, 1, and 1, 3. 0, 1 is somewhere here. 0, 1, and 1, 3. 3 will be somewhere here. Okay. And I have 2, -1, 3, -11. 2 is -1. 3 is -11. Negative 17, sorry, not 11. 3 is negative 17. Negative 15, negative 17 is here. And 3.5 is 31, negative 31.4. 3.5 is negative 31.4 is somewhere here. And the 4 will be negative 51. 4 will be negative 51 will be here. And then after you plot this one, you just connect it. I hope my connect is good. I try my best. Trying to connect it as good as possible. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I connect it again. Okay. 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 So basically, this is a line you will get. Of course, if I draw on the graph paper, it will be much more nicer compared to this one. Okay, then we go to the part C. Make sure you follow back the skew given here. Okay, 2 centimeter to 1 unit. Okay, so you can see just now I like negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, okay? And then 2 centimeter to 10 units, so you see I negative 50, negative 40, negative 30, okay? Okay, then part C. The question asks you to find the value of y when x equals to negative 2.5. X is negative 2.5. Let's go to negative 2.5 is somewhere here. Let me use red color maybe. Negative 2.5. They ask about y value, so you just connect it to the top. You should be able to get the value. I think the value is somewhere between 9 and 10. I'm not sure. So in this case, let's say I take 10. Then I just say y equals to 10. Alright. So yeah, it's very easy. This one y is just equals to 10. For the second part, ask you to find x when y equals to negative 10. Y is negative 10. Negative 10 is here. So you're going to move this one until you touch the line. And then you connect it to the top here. I think it should be 2.7. Okay, so it should be 2.7. Yeah, then I just write my x equals to 2.7. Okay, then this is the last part. Most of the students just so worried about this part. Draw a suitable straight line on the graph 12b to find the values of x. Satisfy the equation. So whenever you want to satisfy the equation, whenever we call equation, the things must have y and x. So in this case, the straight line must be y equals to mx plus c. The problem is the whole equation here I circle with the red color one do not have any y. So what I want to do is I want to substitute my y into it. What is my y? My y is over here. My y basically is negative x cubed plus 3x plus 1. So I want to substitute this equation back into here. So I will copy this equation down with the black color maybe. Negative x cubed plus 13x minus 9 equals 0. Okay, in order to substitute this equation into here, both also have negative x cubed is fine, but this one do not have positive 3x, isn't it? So what I will do over here is let right equal to 0 here. I will add positive 3x here by myself, and then I add positive 3x here to the other side. And then this is plus 1, right? Then I will write plus 1 here, and then I write plus 1 to the other side. Okay, this is what happened. If I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, I have y. Isn't it? The whole thing equals to y. So y plus 13x minus 9 equals to 3x plus 1. So my y will equals to 13x move to the other side is negative 10x. 9 move to the other side plus 9 plus 10. This one is my equation of straight line. Alright, this is one of the way I like to use, but I think some school actually teach about elimination method. You can do that. So if I want to use the elimination method, this is what I will do. This is y equals to negative x cubed plus 3x plus 1. And then this one, I will write the 0 here, and then equal, I will follow, plus 13x minus 9. So in order to eliminate the x cubed, I will minus it. So y minus 0, I get y. This one minus this one, gone, is 0. And then 3x minus 13x is negative 10x. Negative 1 minus negative 9, positive 10. So you see, exactly I get back the same equation here. But depend which method you like to use. Both methods should be fine. Now, what next? After you find the equation, you need to form the table by yourself. You need to form a table. In order to draw a straight line, at least you will need 2 coordinates. So normally, I will do 3 coordinates, make my graph look nicer. My graph actually starts from negative 3 in the x and end with 4 in the x also. So I will follow. The middle one, normally I will do 0. This is the point I love to use. Alright, so negative 3 I substitute into x here. So y will equals to negative 10, negative 3 plus 10. You can use calculator, definitely. This one is basically 30 plus 10 is 40. 40. Alright, when x equals to 0, you will get 10. When x equals to 4, you will get negative 40 plus 10 is negative 30. Okay, after I get this table, I'm going to plot these 3 coordinates. Negative 3, 40, 0, 10. Negative 3 and 40. 40, oh my god, it's very, very high. Okay, and 0, 10, 4, negative 30. 0 at 10, and then 4 at negative 30. Yeah, I have these 3 coordinates, then I will actually connect them. But in order to connect them, I think I will need a line. Okay, yes, this is what I get. And then the question actually asks about, ask you to find the value, isn't it? The question basically, they will ask you to state the value of x. That means you need to find that intersection point. So in order to state the value of x, they intersect at over here, isn't it? So I'm going to move to the x-axis. So I guess is 0.7. And then this one, this is the intersection, right? It's somewhere here. So I guess is 3.3. So you have 0.7 and 3.3. Then you just write here 0.7 and 3.3. And then the equation of straight line is y equals to negative 10x plus 10. Done. This is 12 mark. So is it okay if I use 0 and 2? Yes, you can use 0 to 2. Yeah. The reason why I use from negative 3 to 4 is because, yeah, whenever you draw the straight line, the distance of the coordinate further, the better lah. Means if you can make the coordinate itself, the distance of coordinate is more far, then your line will be more accurate. Of course, you can take any 2 lines, but you just imagine, if I take any 2 lines is very, very near, then my line must off a little bit. So if you want to draw this line, I would rather take 2 coordinates. If further a bit, then my line will be more accurate. This is my idea. Of course, you can take any coordinate you want. Alright. Yeah, we still left about half an hour. So let me move on. Is there anything you want to ask before I move on? No, right? Okay, good. Because over here, I will not cover the earth question because we already covered in the last video. Okay, let's have a look on 13. Okay, 13.1, show the point B and y plus x equal to 5 drawn on the Cartesian plan. Okay, T is a transformation, T is the translation to negative 3, and R is a reflection on that line. Okay. Let's take the coordinate of the image of point P under T and TR. Okay, now we have T and TR. The first one asks you to do T. Second one basically asks you to do TR. TR is a reflection on that line. T will be 2, -3. 2, -3. This one basically is a bonus mark thing. So I will do the T1 first. This one 2 actually means move 2 units to your right hand side. Okay, 1, 2. Go in this direction. Okay, 3, -3 means go down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, mean 2 units to your right hand side and 3 units go down because -3. Okay, if +3 will go up. So that means this is 1, 2, and then I go down will be 1, 2, 3. Your B will be here. So this coordinate basically is 4, 2. So A is very easy, you get 4, 2. Okay, then let's have a look on B. I mean the second part. When you have TR, make sure you do R first. Then only you do T. T you're going to do second. So R means reflection. B reflection, you will go to the opposite. B will go into here. Okay, when you go into here already, you need to perform T. Same thing, you move 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. This one will be your coordinate. So yeah, so it will be 2, 0. Okay, but okay, some students they love to write like this. They love to write from 2, 5, and then draw an arrow. They will write out, and then they will say they go into the, this one is called 0, 3, and then they will write an arrow, write T, and then they will write 2, 0. Yeah, you can do like this also if you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you get the same answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one is a little bit tough, but it's still okay. FCDE is the image of ABCD. So this is ABCD. So the big one basically is the image under the combined transformation V and U. So you have to understand he performed U first, then only he performed V. Okay, so over here, okay, so I want to imagine if this trapezium need to change until like this. First I think it rotate first. Then second I think is enlargement. It become bigger what? So if rotate, then I have to think rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the first thing is this one, in order to make this line stand like this, so it have to be clockwise. It have to be anti-clockwise, sorry. So this one, if anti-clockwise, it actually will stand like this, isn't it? If you rotate this direction. So first one, I get anti-clockwise. I get one of the information. And then in your level, normally only 90 degree and 180 degrees. So I will guess it's 90 degree. Okay, and then one more thing you need to tell is about center point. Where will be the center point? Okay, so depend how you want to do. So if I say the center point is C, then I have to imagine B, if rotate 90 degree anti-clockwise on C, the B actually will go into here. Okay, if CD anti-clockwise, if rotate anti-clockwise on the center D, the CD actually will go to the CF. They'll go like this. D will be here. Okay, then your whole trapezium actually will go into here. It can be, so I will say center at C. Okay, if this one, he rotate like this already, and then he going to enlarge. Now, enlargement, first you will need to know about skew factor. What is the skew factor? So normally, for skew factor, what I will do is, I will just find one of the length of the image or object. So for example, if I calculate this length, is 2 units. This length over here is 4 units. So the skew factor is basically is image divided by object. So it's 2. Okay, if you do not like to calculate about this length, of course you can calculate this length. This length over here is from 1 to 5 is 4 units. This length is from 1 to 9, this is 8 units. You can use 8 divided by 4, you still get 2. It doesn't matter. Okay, then we're done about skew factor. The next thing we need to do is the center point. Where is the center point? In order to do the center point, what you need to do is you need to connect your point to the point and then you find the intersection. This is what I mean. Okay, let me just trying to, okay, let's say I connect the E and F. I connect it, draw as long as possible, and then I can connect the D to D. Oops. Oh my god. Okay, let me just connect again. Actually, I can use freehand to draw. It's easier for you to see. Okay, after rotate already, this point is same with this point. So in order to find the center point, I will connect this point to this point. I will use ruler definitely. And then this point actually will same with this point. Then I will connect them together. And then they will intersect at one point. In this case, I think they will intersect at this point. I think we'll intersect at this point. I just didn't draw it until so nice. If I draw it nicely a bit, it should be passing this point, and this one should be passing this point also. So if you use ruler, you just imagine after rotate already, the shape is over here, isn't it? So you just compare this one with the bigger one, and then you just use the ruler to connect their point to the point. You will find the intersection point. This one basically is -1, 1. So the center point is -1, 1. Okay, this is how I do. You still confused about the center about rotation or the center of enlargement? Which one? Okay, for center of rotation, especially in this case, there's no certain point you can say is correct or wrong. Okay, let's erase the whole thing. Okay, in this case, in order to make this trapezium look like the image, you definitely, this two is confirmed already one. You have to rotate and then it's anti-clockwise 90 degree. Okay, now you have to think, it can be rotated at any point. Let's say you rotate at this point. Let's say I say the center point is this one. So what will happen is like this. This is from center point to B, right? If you rotate like this, that means I have to draw a 90 degree over here. So the B basically will go into here. Okay, so I'm going to write a B here. Okay, then I will do one by one. If A from the center point to A is basically, you can see actually I have a 8 square rectangle and then I cut into half. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not. Okay, so if you rotate 90 degree, it's basically anti-clockwise. The 8 square over here, actually it will go into here. Do you see the 8 square here? And cut into the half. Yeah, here will be 90 degrees. So the A basically will go into here. Okay, then you have to do like point by point and then you see, is it possible? So let's say now is C. If C is over here, I connect to a point, anti-clockwise 90 degree, C will go into here. So obviously I know my D is actually going into here. So your trapezium will go up like this. Okay, if your trapezium go up like this, I think you can still get the center point, but the problem is the center point actually is out of the diagram. Because what? You just imagine, I connect the point to the point. Okay, let's say I connect point to the point. Let's say, okay, this point is connected to here. It's going to be go a little bit further, and then I will connect this point to this point. And then of course I can connect this point to this point. I think all of them will intersect at this point. But then the problem is you do not know about this point. So in this case, in order to make the image a little bit lower, so I will not choose the center point as this one. So I will choose the center point as close as possible. In this case, I will choose C. Of course, you can choose this one also. Yeah, of course, in the marking scheme itself, I'm not sure why the marking scheme only give one answer. Because if I do it myself, actually I will get more than one answer. Yeah, this one, I think as long as your answer is makes sense, maybe the examiner will actually give you mark. Yes. Okay, when actually your center point have only one answer, it's like this. If let's say the ABCD and this ABCD is given in the exam, that means these two diagram is given, and then they ask you to find the center point. If the question asks you to find the center point, then there's only one center point for this diagram and this diagram. Then the center point need to be here. So the center point will be 1, 1. However, if this diagram is not given, they ask you about two transformation, I think the center point can be anywhere. But sir, I can use the perpendicular bisector method, right? Yes, you can always use perpendicular bisector methods to find the center point. But then because you can't use in this case, is because you do not have the image or after it rotates. You do not have the image after it rotates. So is there any problem if I put the anti-clockwise, because I will form the same shape of the enlargement too. I put anti-clockwise because it will, yeah. So in the exam, let's say you do not know about center point, you still write rotation, you still write anti-clockwise 90 degree, at least you already get 1 point here and 1 point here. You just didn't write center, at least you have 2 points. Because you didn't write center, maximum only minus 1 point. But as long as you write rotation and anti-clockwise 90 degree, you already get 2 points out of 3. I think it's worth it. I mean, in the exam, you can just try it out. Okay? Okay, then ABCD is is given that ABCD represents the region area is 60 centimeters square. Calculate the area in meters square of the region represented by the shaded region. Okay, so over here, you have to understand one formula. Okay, ABCD is given is 60 meters square. Now the question asks about shaded region. You just need to know one formula is area of image square. Area of image is basically equals to skew factor square multiply area of object. So first thing is I will find the big trapezium, the EFCD, the CDEF. Okay, so in order to find the area of image, which is the CDEF, I know my skew factor just now is 2, so it's just 2 square multiply my area of object, which is given 60 meters square. So therefore my area of image is 240 meters square. So if I get my area of image is the whole thing, I want to get the shaded region, I just use 240 meters square minus 60 meters square. Then I can get the shaded region is 180 meters square. That's all. Okay, it's quite simple. You just need to understand. Normally I will write I equals to K square multiply O. Mean area of image equals to skew factor square multiply with area of object. Alright, so far so good. If I write the center but it's wrong, I can still get 2 marks. Yes. If you just wrong about center point, you correct about rotation, and you correct about the direction, which is anti-clockwise 90 degrees, you will still get 2 marks. Yes. Okay, question 14. Okay, this one, yeah, we will do about this one, definitely, statistic. And then we'll draw the graph. Yeah, 15, for question 15, I will just guide you because it's quite hard for me to draw it here, but I will guide you, no worry. Okay, go to the statistic first. Okay, for this one, okay, the diagram 14 shows the number of books read by the group of 24 students in the reading program in the year 2009. Based on the diagram 14, complete the table 14 in the space on the page 31. So yeah, so you need to understand the number here actually means like one student actually will read 27 books, because over here you have 24 number, right? Mean all of the number here actually is the number of books read by the student. Alright, so yep, so I guess we have to complete this one. Okay, so complete this one. Before I refer to the table, I will solve this part first. Okay, so in order to solve this part, 22 to 26 is just like add 4 number, isn't it? So then this one is from 26 to 27. Then add another 4 number. Then plus 1. So this is 32. Add 4 number, 36. Then plus 1, 37. 37 add 4 number will become 41. Then plus 1, 42. 42 add 4 number is 46. Then I see this one correct or not? Plus 1, 47. 47 add 4 number is 51. Okay, I will solve this one first. And then I will solve frequency. Okay, 22 to 26 is 4. I think it's fine already. Then I want to find any number between 27 to 31. 27 to 31. Okay, now this is our objective. 27 to 31. First row don't have. Okay, we have 1. We have 1. We have 2. We have 3. We have 3. We have 4. We have 5. We have 6. 7. Okay, total we have 7 for this one, so I will just write 7. 32 to 36. Okay, so now next one, 32 to 36. We'll just erase it. 32. I have 32 to 36, right? I have 1. I have 2. 32 to 3. 4. 32 to 36. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically I have 6 number here. Okay, 37 to 41. Let me use other color lah. 37 to 41. Okay, 37 to 41. I have 1. I have 1, 2, 3 to 41. 37. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I write a 4 here. And then 42 to 46. 42 to 46. Okay, we have 1. 4, 2. Yeah, we have 2 here. 47 to 51. 47 to 51. 47, we have 1 only. Okay, so after I write this one, I will always double check, is it total add together equals to 24 or not? So I will use calculator. 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. Yeah, it's 24. That means all the answer here is correct. I will always do the double checking, and midpoint is very easy. Just this number plus this number divided by 2. So how you get 24 is 22 plus 26 over 2. Alright, so this one you want to get this number, basically is 27 plus 31 divided by 2. So you will get 29, you get 29. Isn't it? So if you got this one is actually plus 5 already, you can just double check again. This one is 32 plus 36 over 2. So you will get 34. And then it's keep on plus 5, isn't it? This is plus 5. So you can continue do this one without need to do this one again. So keep on plus 5, 39, plus 5, 44, plus 5, 49. Okay, then I solve the table. Okay, so after I solve the table, and I think the thing is hang again. Okay, so I guess I need to close it and open it again. Okay, I hope all the number is still here. Okay, this one maybe we have to redo this one because it actually hang already. So yeah, we already got this one. It's given plus 5 is 39, 34, 39, 44, 49. Alright, after you get all this, okay, then yeah, we solve the part 1, we get 4 mark. Okay, state the modal class. Modal class means the highest frequency. Over here, the highest frequency is 7, isn't it? But you cannot write 7 because they want about class. Class is 27 to 31. So the modal class is 27 to 41. Modal class over here actually means highest frequency. Means the frequency value is bigger. Biggest. Okay? Calculate the estimate means estimate mean for the number of book read by a student. So the mean basically is sum of fx over sum of f. Okay, x over here is the midpoint, and the f is over here is the frequency. Alright, so yeah, I will need to do the means, come down here. So I will do the mean here. So we know sum of f is equals to 24, already have. Now we have to do fx. Because midpoint is x, this is f, right? So fx means f multiplied with x. Then you just multiply, 24 multiply 4, you got 96. And then this one, 29 you multiply 7, you got 203. And 34 you multiply with 6, you got 204. And 39 you multiply with 4, 39 you multiply with 4, you get 156. And 44, this is 88 and this is 49. And then you all fx you plus together means sum of fx. So it's 96 plus 203 plus 204 plus 156 plus 88 plus 49. So you get 796. So if the question asks about mean, it's just sum of fx over sum of f. So it's just 796 over 24. Divided by 24, then you will get the answer is 33.17. Okay, this is how we find mean. Oops, can you see that? I think the screen recorder here actually showing the new one. Let me just reopen it again. Yes, this is how I find the mean. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so what I do here, let me just explain one more time. Okay, so first thing is the modal class. So the modal class is just the highest frequency. So the highest frequency, what you do is you check your frequency here. So you have 4, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1, isn't it? So the highest frequency over here will be 7. So it's just 7. But then the answer is not 7 because they want the modal class. They look for the class. So the class is 27 to 31. So therefore, you will get 27 to 41 as your modal class. But you always find from the highest frequency whenever you see the word modal. And then the second one is they ask you to estimate the mean. They ask you to find a mean. Mean basically is sum of fx over sum of f. So how to do the sum of fx is like this. What happens to this one? It just won't go out. Okay, so F is basically frequency, X is midpoint. So in order to find Fx, it's just F multiply X. So just now, this is what I do over here. Is 4 multiply 24, 7 multiply 29, and then all the Fx I multiply already, I plus them together, I will get this value, 796. And then sum of F mean all the frequency I plus together, I get 24. So therefore, in order to get a mean, I just use 796, which is sum of Fx divided by sum of F, 24. Then I get 33.17. Okay, this is how we find mean. I guess most of you can do this one because it's not really hard. And yeah, I'm not sure why it couldn't let me erase something. So just one more time, I'm going to close it and open it again. Can I erase? Yeah, erase. Yeah, everything should be able to erase. Yeah, so yeah, this one is 796. This is 796 divided by 24. So you will get 33.17. Okay, now you can see the screen, right? Okay, good. Okay, then after this, we already done about A, B, and C. Now we go to the D. Okay, for this part of question, use the graph provided in the page 33 by using the skew 2 cm to 5 book on the horizontal axis. That means x-axis is 5, 10, 15. Okay, horizontal mean x-axis, and 2 cm to 1 unit on the vertical. So that means vertical will be 1, 2, 3, 4 lah. Alright, so it's simple. And then they ask you to draw what? Draw a histogram. Okay, so for histogram, okay, you can either use boundary to do or you use midpoint. But in this case, we already find a midpoint. So I'm going to use the midpoint to draw. So when I draw the histogram, I'm using midpoint. So what I will always confirm is, this is histogram, right? The middle one is my midpoint. Okay, the middle one is my midpoint. Okay, and I see one question for Sean. Sir, number 7 is more than 5, but why sir did not add 1 to that number 1? I mean the decimal point. Number 7. Let me have a look. Wow, number 7 is far, far ago. Okay, since you asked about number 7, let me scroll down to check what happened. Oh, you mean 3? Okay, 33.17. Yeah, because my calculator actually get 33.166. So the 66 there, I just add 1. What you got on your calculator? Because yes, so the 166 there, the 6 I just like round off, then I get 17. Of course, you can still write 33.2 is okay, but then normally I prefer 2 decimal. So I write 17, isn't it? Yeah, you no need to like round off and round off again. Because some students might very confusing. They will round off this one, become 7, and then round off the 7, become 2. You just choose how many decimal you want. Okay, then I go to the histogram. Okay, I will use the midpoint, 24, 29. Okay. So in the histogram here, since this is the histogram, maybe I can draw like this. Okay, let me just insert some line. I will need some line here. Should be enough. So let me just do like this. And then the vertical one, I have how many? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, should be enough. Then for this one, I will just, okay, then I draw another one. we just insert this one, make it higher a bit. Yeah, up to, what is my higher frequency? 7, then should be not that high. Yeah, should be enough. Okay, since I have this one already, then I will label according to what I have here. Okay, so my midpoint actually start with 29. So yeah, I will actually do something like this. I will assume the first one is 29, and then plus 5, this is 34, plus 5, this is 39, this is 44, and then this is 49. I think we reach until 49. Yes, 49. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then you just draw according to the thing. The first one is 4, the second one is 7, third one is 6. 4, 7, 6. Okay, so 4, I just draw a 4 here. 4. Of course, you use ruler lah. In this case, I can use ruler, but it's going to take me some time. Okay, just let me insert the line. Or I can do rectangle. Can I do rectangle? No, this is not rectangle. Let me just undo it. Okay, I will need to insert a rectangle. Yeah, it's easier rectangle. 4. Should be okay. And then the next one is 7. Oops. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, then insert it again for 7. Then you draw another one as 7 here. Of course, you shouldn't touch here. Yeah, you just use ruler to draw, it will be much more nicer. We just move down a little bit. Okay, just draw as nice as possible lah. Okay, 4, 7, 6, 4, 2. 6, 4, 2, 1, isn't it? 6, 4, 2, 1. So next will be 6. Oops. Okay. Let me just draw freehand. Okay, 6, you just draw it like this. And then 4, you just draw it like this. It's 6, 4, 2, 1. I think I write something wrong in the midpoint, isn't it? 39, 44, plus 5, 29, 34, 39, 44, 49. Why like one class is missing? 4, 7, 39, 44, 49. Yeah, 4, 7. You missed 24? Am I missed 24? Ah, yes, I missed 24. No wonder. No wonder I find some way something is missing here. Again, this one over here is 24. This is 29. This is 34. This is 39. This is 44. This is 49. So this is 2. And this is 1. Yeah, this is how your histogram should look like. And then here you're going to label based on the x-axis and y-axis given. So in this case, your horizontal axis basically is mean. Both and then that one it actually means student. Yeah, you can write that, it doesn't matter. You write this is book. And then normally I will write bracket midpoint lah. And then for this one, I'm going to write student. And then I write bracket for frequency. Okay, yeah, this is how the histogram will look like. Yes, and then you can find out the student actually is going to follow. Yeah, I think something wrong about this app also. Anyways, yeah, I think this is the last question. Okay, for the 15, this 15 I think I will discuss with you on the next week. Yeah, sir, the question D, we still have D? Oops. Yeah, we still have D. I mean E. Based on the histogram, state the number of students who read less than 32 books. So if less than 32 books, that means yeah, how many students read less than 32? This is 34, right? So I guess 32 is somewhere here. So read less than 32 is mean this histogram and this histogram. Okay, so this is 7, 4. So for answer for E, it's just 7 plus 4 is just 11. Yeah, this is the answer for Sean. I mean this is the answer for E. Okay, so for the last part, the drawing part, because now already like quite late, so I will discuss the last part in the next class. You just remind me if I forget. Yeah, because next class we're going to discuss about paper 1. We have a loss of time. Alright, so yeah, maybe I will try to find out any application, it will be more stable. Anyways, I hope you learned something from this class. I'm going to see you on next Saturday. Okay. Yeah, then what I will do next is I will stop the screen sharing. Yeah, so I see you guys next week. Bye bye. Yeah, good night to you also. Let me see how to off this one. Okay, good night. Bye bye.